and welcome to Razz Reviews. Today, I'm going to be reviewing 21 Bridges. 21 Bridges is a cop crime thriller starring Chadwick Boseman about a tough detective who traps two cop-killing criminals in the Manhattan Island and chases them overnight. This movie is produced by the Russo Brothers, and this is their first non-adventure movie since Civil War. And this is basically what drew me to this film and made me want to see it. And I gotta say, it's really refreshing to watch a self-contained movie that's not like a sequel or a reboot or part of a franchise. For now. Hopefully it doesn't become successful and then we get like 22 bridges and 23 bridges and 10 bridges at the beginning. Overall, I enjoyed this movie. I mean, it's not amazing, but it was actually an enjoyable time at the cinema. Chadwick Boseman definitely carries the movie. He gives a very good performance, and it's really nice to see him outside of the Black Panther suit and speaking in an American accent, which is kind of weird for me. Yet, despite all of that, his personality is still kind of regal. I expected people to call him Your Majesty like the whole time. That guy has like an amazing magnetic presence. He's so intense, and he gives these like stares, like these like, how dare you stares, like it's really intimidating. I mean, J.K. Simmons is in this movie and he even gives him a few mean stares, and if you can give J.K. Simmons a few mean stares, I'm like, oh my god, you're really good at staring at people. I really like the concept of the film, being trapped on the Manhattan Island. Chadwick Boseman's character tries to lock off these criminals by blocking the bridges that lead to Manhattan. There's 21 of them, hence the name. And the cool thing is that there's like this cat and mouse type of chase happening, which is very exciting, keeps you at the edge of your seat. But what I also liked is that they really went deep into the details of the investigation and how Chadwick Boseman comes up with ideas or clues on how to find those killers and how to track them down. And it gives you a really interesting insight on criminal investigation, which I thought is really cool. There's always something that I find interesting. It's not because I like want to, plan crimes and I want to see how police think. That's not what I want to do. And that's not why I'm interested in this. It's just cool. That's all. I generally like cop movies because they're very intense and they're always very action-packed and interesting. And this movie is not different, but the script of this film is not really strong enough. As much as I enjoyed the performances and the action, the story is a little weak. There's a lot of plot holes and there's a lot of twists in the story that you see coming a mile away. I feel like the writers of this film underestimated the viewers, and I felt like the script thought I was stupid and the hints it was putting in front of me were like subtle, but they're not. They're really giant neon signs telling me what's gonna happen, which makes the movie extremely predictable. The setup of the movie is really good and the setup of the characters were really good. The character of Chadwick Boseman as a son of a dead cop makes him like really hard on criminals because he has his own personal vendetta, making him sort of an avenger per se. They really couldn't help themselves. It was interesting, but it doesn't really go far. They never really dig deep in his personality and they never go beneath the surface to give us something nuanced and powerful enough, which you usually get out of cop dramas or thrillers. You get this really deep human story where you dig deep into the themes and the messages and the ideas that the film is trying to say. Here, not much. We spend most of the time running around in chase sequences that are pretty well filmed and a lot of action, a lot of blood and a lot of crime, so it's fun and it's entertaining, but ultimately not very effective and not very emotionally impactful, which makes it a little forgettable. And even the dialogue sometimes was a little cheesy, a little hammy, and sometimes it was so on the nose with lines that are like really in your face, and it really makes the film feel a little cheesy. I mean, I like old school movies, but there's a little bit too old school that some aspects of it feel a little outdated and also are not new. We've seen this a lot. So there isn't really anything new to take away at the end. At the end of the day, this was an enjoyable film. It's a fun little crime thriller. If you have nothing to do and you want to check out an interesting movie, it's a nice watch. I enjoyed it, despite a script being a little bit weak, not very deep, a little shallow, and also sometimes a little far-fetched. Gave me a movie that I enjoyed while I'm watching, but definitely forgettable afterwards. And I'm going to give 21 Bridges a 6.5 out of 10. So, have you seen 21 Bridges? Are you interested in seeing it? Have you heard about it? Let me know in the comment section, and as always, like, share, and subscribe, but don't forget to ask me what you'd like me to review for you next. See ya!